Italy, a country synonymous with art, food, and history. But have you ever wondered why a Neapolitan pizza is so different from a Milanese risotto, or why the dialects can change so dramatically just 100 kilometers down the road? The answer, as is so often the case, lies written in the land itself. From the icy peaks of the Alps to the sun-scorched shores of Sicily, geography is the silent architect of Italy's soul, carving out distinct regions, cultures, and destinies. Today, we journey through the Italian peninsula to uncover how mountains, rivers, and seas shaped one of the world's most fascinating and diverse nations. Let's start in the north, where Italy is crowned by the magnificent Alps. This colossal mountain range isn't just a pretty backdrop. For millennia, it was a formidable barrier. It isolated the Italian peninsula from the rest of Europe, fostering a unique cultural development. But the Alps weren't impenetrable. Strategic passes like the Brenner and Mont Cenis became vital arteries for trade, armies, and ideas. This flow of people and goods from northern Europe gave cities like Milan and Turin a distinctly continental flavor. Their architecture, cuisine, and even their industrious mindset were shaped by this connection to the lands beyond the mountains. The proximity to powerful empires to the north meant these regions were often centers of conflict and commerce, forging a pragmatic and resilient character. Just south of the Alps lies Italy's great agricultural heartland, the Po Valley. This vast, flat, and fertile plain, watered by the River Po and its many tributaries, is a world away from the mountainous terrain that defines so much of the country. This geographical gift made the Po Valley the breadbasket of Italy. The abundance of water and fertile soil allowed for intensive agriculture, leading to wealth, dense populations, and the rise of powerful city-states like Bologna and Padua. This prosperity fueled the Renaissance, providing the economic foundation for art and innovation. The flat terrain also made transportation and communication easy, fostering a sense of interconnectedness and a shared identity within the region that contrasted sharply with the isolated communities elsewhere. Stretching down the spine of the peninsula like a great bony backbone are the Apennine Mountains. If the Alps separated Italy from Europe, the Apennines separated Italians from each other. This rugged range divides the east coast from the west and splinters the landscape into a mosaic of small valleys and isolated plateaus. For centuries, travel across the Apennines was difficult and dangerous. This isolation nurtured intense localism. Every valley, every hilltop town developed its own unique dialect, traditions, and cuisine. This is the origin of campanilismo, the powerful sense of identity tied not to the nation, but to one's local bell tower. This mountainous terrain made centralized control difficult, allowing small duchies and republics to flourish for centuries, each with its own fiercely independent spirit. It explains why, even today, an Italian might identify as Tuscan or Umbrian before they identify as Italian. Now, let's look at the coasts. Italy is, above all, a peninsula, with over 7,600 kilometers of coastline. The sea has been both a source of wealth and a point of vulnerability. On the west, cities like Genoa and Pisa rose to become powerful maritime republics, their fleets dominating Mediterranean trade. They built vast commercial empires, bringing back spices, silks, and knowledge from distant lands. Their outlook was always towards the sea, towards adventure and profit. On the other coast, the Adriatic, Venice built its own unique destiny. A city born from the lagoon, it turned its precarious geography into a source of strength, becoming a bridge between the east and west. The sea forged these cities' identities, making them cosmopolitan, outward-looking, and masters of trade. Finally, we arrive in southern Italy, or the Mezzogiorno. Here, the geography tells a different story. The climate is hotter and drier, and much of the land is rugged and less fertile than the Po Valley. Historically, this region was more exposed to conquest from the sea, with Greeks, Romans, Arabs, and Normans all leaving their mark. The combination of challenging agricultural land and a history of foreign rule and feudalism led to a different economic and social trajectory. Large landed estates known as latifondi dominated the landscape, often leading to poverty and emigration for the rural population. But this same geography also blessed the South with breathtaking beauty, a slower pace of life, and a profound sense of hospitality. The volcanic soil around Mount Vesuvius produces the world's best San Marzano tomatoes, and the sun-drenched hills of Sicily give birth to incredible citrus and olives. The South's history is etched into its very soil, a complex tapestry of struggle and resilience. So, from the industrious European-facing north, shaped by alpine passes and fertile plains, to the fragmented, fiercely local center, divided by the Apennine spine, and down to the sun-baked, sea-facing south, with its complex history of conquest and agriculture, Italy's diversity is no accident. It is a direct result of its geography. The mountains, rivers, and seas have been the unseen forces molding the character, the culture, and the cuisine of each region, creating the beautiful, complex, and endlessly fascinating country we know today. Italy isn't just one country, it's a collection of many unique worlds, all bound together by a shared peninsula. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through the landscapes of Italy. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Ciao!